I'm an Orthodox rabbi. Orthodox. So he said that's good. Then he asked the question about the Noahide laws. There are 7 Noahide laws. I'll explain. But there are also 10 commandments. How are they different? Now, the Noahide laws are called 7, but really there are nearly 100 of such laws. But there are 7 major categories. But what does it mean, Noahide laws? So, I want to ask you a question. When God conveyed to Avram Avinu, a blessed memory, that Sodom is a very wicked place. It's going to be destroyed. And Avram Avinu asked God, but maybe there's some righteous people there. Avram Avinu wasn't more merciful than God. He was afraid that if the righteous will be killed, then people say, what kind of a God kills righteous people? But the question is, that event, Abraham of blessed memory lived 4,000 years ago. Right? 4,000 years ago. The Torah was given 3,300 years ago, approximately. The question is, what laws existed before the Torah was given? If the Torah was given 3,300 years ago, and the year, if you want to know, is 2,448 after creation. That's when the Torah was given. Abraham was born in the year 1948 after creation. It's really quite different. But what made, when the Torah says that Noah, he was a Navi, he was a righteous one. The Torah says, Ish Tzaddik, he was a righteous man, b'daraisa, in his generation. Well, what made him righteous? The Torah is not going to be given for more than 1,000 years. Was he following the 10 commandments? What commandments was he keeping? In Genesis chapter 6, we are told that Hashem looked at the world, and all but a few people were very wicked. Genesis 6 tells us many of the great sins people were doing. They were raping women, stealing. The question is, but the Torah wasn't given yet. Is God punishing people for violating commandments that didn't exist yet? So the answer is that HaKadosh Baruch Hu gave Adam Harishon commandments already, and he conveyed them over to each generation following, and it was conveyed by Noah, who was also a prophet, and they all knew these commandments, and they were supposed to follow it. And these are the Noahide laws. Now, so in the Torah it tells us, for example, that we can't eat like an animal eats. An animal goes is hungry, and there's one animal attacks another, and the animal isn't even dead yet, and it's eating it up alive. You've been to Komodo Islands? They have the largest lizard in the world there. These animals, these are reptiles, they're already eating the pig, or they're eating a deer while it's still alive. It's still dying. Torah says, I give you permission to eat meat. Now be careful. You can't eat from a living animal. Genesis chapter 9, verse 4. You have to be very careful if you own an animal. You can't cause it to suffer. We don't kill an animal anyway. First of all, we're not allowed to hunt. You can't kill an animal just because you want to kill it to die. Not allowed to do that. No hunting, only for food. You can't hunt and just put up I don't know why these people are crazy, but they go hunt and kill a beautiful elephant and just kill it because they want to kill. It's crazy. Not allowed to do that. Only for eating or for its hide. You're not allowed to go around killing animals. And if we eat, we kill it only in a special way of shechita, in a way that does not cause the animal harm. And Torah says in Deuteronomy chapter 12, verse 21, you must slaughter the animal only in the way that I showed you, no other way. That's a mitzvah on the Jewish people. But you cannot, no person is allowed to cause an animal suffering. If you come home, you're hungry, and your dog is hungry, guess who has to be fed first? The dog, not you. Person is not allowed to steal. That's one of the 7 Noahide laws. Can't take money. You go into the store, and you pay them whatever, 5 million rupiah, and the cashier gives you back too much change. Counting your change, you see, ooh, she made a mistake. They have a lot of money. They won't miss it. The extra 100,000 rupiah, I'll walk out. So a person will say, no, Hashem is watching. You say, excuse me? This is yours, not mine. You're a thief. You have employees, people who work for you. They wait to get paid on Friday or whatever day. And you decide, I'll just tell them the bank is closed and I forgot to go. It's forbidden. You're not allowed to do that. Not allowed to hold back the wages of your employees. Very serious, very grave sin. Not allowed to worship idols. No statues. Therefore, it's also forbidden, for example, you can't walk into a house of idols. If you're on one island here in Indonesia, and you see a big temple filled with idols, you're not only to say, oh, look what a beautiful statue they have. I'm not worshiping it, but I'm going to go in and look, and we'll take pictures with me and this big monkey animal, or this big elephant animal. Look how beautiful. It's forbidden. Not allowed to do it. Not allowed to walk inside. You can't even go to a restroom. Don't use the bathroom in such a place. Not allowed to walk. You don't have to die for this. But not allowed to even say anything nice about it. Oh, look what a beautiful statue they have. Look how nice that statue is. Not allowed to do that. And if you say it or you think it in your head, it means you need a doctor. There's something wrong with you. If you look at a statue and go, oh, how nice. Look how beautiful. That means there's something wrong with you and you need to go to the doctor. Just like if, God forbid, you coughed up and blood came out, you would go to the doctor right away. That's a sign that spiritually you're not well. Not allowed to steal, not allowed to murder. Can't just sleep around with anybody. It's forbidden. These 7 commandments are again, what I want to demonstrate to you is, for instance, you can't sleep with anybody you want to. There are actually 19 relationships that are forbidden. 19 categories of people with whom you cannot sleep. Okay? So we say it's one law, but it's really one basic category of laws. Okay. Do you understand that? Good. So these are the laws that were kept in the Torah, and these are the laws that was followed by the holy people, by those who are righteous, who are loyal to Hashem. And these are called the Noahide Laws. It's not the best description, it's an old term. It really is, these are the laws of Hashem for all those who follow the true God. Because every person here is a descendant of Noah, only 8 people on that boat. And we are descendant of every one of us is descendant of Noah, no one else. So they're called the Noahide Laws. And so these laws are universal. See, what Judaism is we are a nation, we are a people, there's the Bnei Yisrael, but it's universal. People who embrace these commandments are all joining the true faith of worshiping the one true God and have a place in the world to come. The 10 Commandments, on the other hand, there are many of these laws in the 10 Commandments. Don't murder, don't steal, it's in there. But there are some commandments that are in the 10 Commandments. There's a commandment like keep Shabbos. A person who is not Jewish is not required to keep that commandment. A person might say, well, These Noahide laws, that's easy. I wouldn't kill anyone, I wouldn't murder, and I'm not a thief. The Jews have so many mitzvahs, so many commandments. We have so little. I showed you really the difference is not so much, but there's something very special about these laws. And that is that a person must be honest in business, not because he says, I think it's a good idea. Be nice to your animals because I'm a good person. It's the right thing to do. No, you have not fulfilled the commandment. The only way to fulfill these mitzvot are that you must do it because HaKadosh Baruch, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, commanded you. You have to say that, or you have not fulfilled the commandment. If somebody gives you too much money, and it's too much, you have to say to yourself, I'm going to give, before you give back, you say, okay, the reason I'm giving back is not because I'm a good person, because God commanded me. Why did I give tzedakah? Not because I'm nice, because God commanded me. Now here's the interesting thing. The 7 Noahide laws, as it turns out, are all rational, are all logical. And it's not easy. Why? Because we're created in the image of God, we naturally don't want to murder. It bothers us. We see a dead body and it bothers a person. If a person could see a dead, murdered body and it doesn't affect them, there's something wrong with them. Even to think that if someone could sleep with his mother, it sounds sick to us. Why? Why should it bother us? Why should it bother us? Animals don't care. The answer is that we're creating the image of God. Don't steal? I know. What do you mean? How do you know? You know because you're creating the image of Hashem. But what is central is to say, the reason I'm going to be honest in business is because God commanded me. Even though rationally these things come to me, we have to realize that the reason they seem natural is because we're creating the image of God. And that's the advantage that the Ben Noach has over the Jew.